I've not had the opportunity to perform before Baba when he was in his physical form. But I really and truly felt his presence there today. கண்ணுக்கு தெரியாமல் நிற்கின்றாய் கண்ணா கண்ணுக்கு தெரியாமல் நின்றாலும் எனக்கு.
And throughout the concert I never felt back pain. I was so cheerful throughout the concert. That's nothing but Sai Bhagwan's blessing.
Anybody else just can't come like that. So only who are blessed souls can come and play. There are so many musicians. There are so many people who are free today. Very good, excellent musicians also. Why we four are performing today? There is some reason that only Swami knows. So people who are destined to come and play, Kattu on Sri Ramanavami Day and Tamil New Year's Day, it's really blessed.
Yes, Sakshat, we call it in Sakshat Siva Swarupam, the incarnation of Lord Shiva. It's something like that I felt about Swami when I saw him first.
If someone were to ask you, what was your takeaway from performing in Prasanthi Nilayam?
I think for me it was like a calling. I've been having some questions in mind. I've been having certain small health issues or whatever you say. Nothing very intimidating, but at the same time, nagging kind of thing. And I felt today that perhaps Baba called us, especially the four of us, Purushothaman ji, Manoj Shiva, Nalina also, I think the same thing. So I think the four of us have come here for a reason. He has called us here for a reason, to bless us for something very specific. Maybe to carry on this great legacy. Maybe He has blessed us to be more powerful, more convinced, to sing with more conviction, to sing with more bhakti, and to spread that message to the world. Maybe that is why He has called us. That is what I feel. And I felt that thing, that vibration when I was singing today. Namo, Namo, Raghukula Nayaka, Namo, Namo, Shankara Nagajanuda. Pamamariri Namo, Namo. It's always very special to come to Prasanthi Nilayam. Of course, just like my other artists have mentioned to you, I've been to Sundaram many times, and I've also performed for Shivam. But Prasanthi Nilayam, I came only 3 years back. I've not had the opportunity to perform before Baba when he was in his physical form. But I really and truly felt his presence there today. And I felt, for some reason, we hadn't really pre-planned the concert. We had come with more bhajans in mind today, but then they had requested us for a proper concert format. And so when we just cooked up the songs before coming on stage, but I felt that every song was applicable to Baba. When I said Raman Ezhundarulinar, I felt it was Baba Ezhundarulinar. I felt like that. Raman Ezhundarulinar, Sita Raman Ezhundarulinar, Raman Ezhundarulinar, Bharathan mun Sita Raman Ezhundarulinar, Raman Ezhundarulinar, Bharathan mun Sita Raman Ezhundarulinar, Bharathan mun Raman Ezhundarulinar. Even Namo Namo Raghukula Nayaka, when I really felt I was singing to Lord Rama himself. That was I could feel that the vibration and that presence of Baba, his blessings today. It's a great blessing to be here today, to pray to Lord Rama and also being Tamil New Year's Day, which is very, very special to everyone. Prayers for everybody, for world peace, So many things to pray for, rains in South India. Everything was there in my mind today.
Wow. Fantastic. I mean, it's really amazing you're sitting there doing a concert and praying for rains in South India.
Yes,
You
of
have
course.
such a large perspective. Wow.
No, that happens to us all the time because we are there with music as a instrument of prayer. It's the greatest instrument for prayer. I think if we can use that to convert that energy into goodwill and energy towards everybody, then I think there's going to be so much of peace and prosperity in the world.
We have heard about musicians of the ancient times like Tansen and
Yeah.
Tansen's Guruji, who could through music light lamps, through music bring rain.
Yeah.
And once we reach that level of purity in music, we can divinize people. And, it's really fantastic that you
That is
have
why music,
these
when music
perspectives.
happens, people who are singing and people who are listening, everybody forget what is happening, how it transcends everything and it helps you forget all your worries, everything for the moment is forgotten and you're there it is almost like you're in a different world at that moment.
Absolutely. In fact, Bhagwan in a discourse, Swami says that you must sing with such love for the divine that you forget yourself. And when you sing the praise of God with a pure heart, you will purify your environment, your country and the world.
See, wow.
And I feel that whatever you have experienced, whatever you're expressing is an illustration of what Bhagwan has mentioned, what should be the purpose of music. It's really so fantastic. Can I ask you, how did you move on to this path? What has been the driving force for you to really come such a long way?
For us, spirituality rather has been religion and spirituality. More of spirituality has been part of my family. It's something that I've derived from my parents right from the beginning. My father was a great devotee of Paramacharya and my brother was a great devotee of Baba. He was in the Sai Mandali and he used to sing bhajans regularly. And I was in Bal Vikas. So we all had this bhajan cult at home right from the beginning and singing for the Lord, singing just for, for people to join us and for that peace.
Just
for
Sankirtan.
Just Sankirtan, exactly. So it was like that. And I had the good fortune to learn from Srimati Padma Viragwan, who happens to have been the great Palagat K.V. Narayanaswamy's disciple. Yes. And K.V. Mama was a great devotee of Baba, and there used to be regular Sai bhajans in their house every week. So Padma Viragwan Mami used to take me along for those bhajans. I still remember some of the beautiful bhajans that Mama used to sing. And at that time, I was totally in love with his music. There was nothing else for me except his music, And in fact, I wanted to only be a Rasika because I wanted to keep listening to music like that all the time.
Wow.
That was the kind of passion I had for his music. So when I heard him sing bhajans, it was a very moving moment for me. So, I also incorporated those bhajans in my life. And I think that has, music has really, it has changed so many perspectives in my mind. Spirituality has, music helps you, it takes you there, it just lifts you and it puts you into the plane of spirituality so easily, so felicitously. It just happens. If you surrender to music, that is. If you understand that it is above you, it is divine and you are really blessed. If you have been chosen to listen to music, to perform music, then you're really blessed. And if we realize that we are blessed, then it will just lift us like that. Like what do I say? They say that when Avayar prayed to Lord Ganapati just lifted her with his trunk and put her on top of Kailasha. Like that, music can take you and put you on top of spirituality, just like that.
Some of the kritis that you sang today, Broche Vare and also Aparama Bhakti, these are the kritis that Bhagwan himself used to sing.
I was fortunate that Manoj Shivaji has been with, had darshan with Baba, and he knows very closely what Baba likes. So every time I sing a Baba-oriented concert, it is he who tries to help me with the list. Yes, he suggested Aparama Bhakti because it is very close to Baba.
Yes, yeah. So Swami used to always, so I think that's the reason why, everyone connected also.
Yes.
Immediately you have all these memories of Bhagwan narrating about the devotion of Tyagaraja.
Absolutely.
Because Swami used to always refer to Tyagaraja whenever he used to talk about music and say that, there is no path easier to connect to the divine than music. Swami used to always refer to that. So it's really so fantastic to hear on Ramnavami the kritis that Swami used to himself sing in Prasanthi Nilayam.
I believe there is once, one of my friends told me that when one musician came and sang Aparama Bhakti, they didn't sing Lakshmi Devi, they went to the next two paras. And so after the concert, Baba reminded him, you didn't sing that para. So that is how keen Baba, Bhagwan has been with music, and with each kriti, Bhagwan has known and he has...
Yes, absolutely. In fact, whenever we... Swami used to talk about these kritis. Swami used to tell how each kriti can actually lift you. So that way you are also someone who loves to disseminate this positive, pious culture of our country. You are someone who loves to bring back old kritis. You are someone who loves to preserve and disseminate these timeless, immortal compositions which have given to us through penance and prayer. So how has this been, this experience, every time you unravel or discover a new kriti?
It is something that cannot even be described, because it's an experience. It is an experience that moves you and it changes you forever. In my opinion, each kriti that you learn and each kriti that you come across changes you forever. It puts you into a different pedestal every time. It moves you. If you allow it to move you that way. If you allow it to understand that there is so much divinity in that, there is so much bhakti in that. After all, none of these great musicians sang because they thought we were going to popularize them by singing these concerts. Tyagaraja Swami did not think like that. In fact, he said, Nidhi Chala Sukama, Ramuni Sannidhi Sevaka Sukama. That is what he said. He didn't want anybody to go and perform. That was not his aim. But we have taken them. We are not paying them royalty. It is at least our bounden duty, in my opinion, that we should show that respect and that bhakti when we sing that. Let me tell you how, you asked me how a kriti can change your perspective. I will just quickly tell you this kriti. Nada Sudha Rasambilanu.
Yes.
Tyagaraja Swami says, Nada Sudha Rasambilanu, Nada Sudha Rasambilanu, Narakritaya Pranavanada Sudha. See how much he has packed in the Pallavi. Nada Sudha Rasambilanu, Narakritaya. He has come down in the form of a man who, Nada himself, has come down in the form of a man.
Nada, sound.
Which Nada? Pranavanada has come down in the form of a man. Pranavanada Sudha Rasambilanu, Veda Purana Gama, Veda Purana Gama Shastra Dulukadaramai Nada Sudha. Veda Purana Agama Shastradulaku Adharamaina Nada Sudha Rasambilanu Narakritaya.
Wow.
The one who is the Adharam for Veda, Purana, Shastra. Okay, he says that. He has come down as a man. Now what does he say? Now he equates him. Why does he say Nada in the first part? So now he says, Swaramularu Vokati Gantalu. They are the bells, the swaras. Swaramularu Gantalu Vararagamu Kodandamu. His Kodandamu is the raga. Duranaya Desyamu Trigunamu Niratagati Saramura. The gati, the difference in the patterns, the tempo are all his arrows.
Wow.
Sharamura. Sarasa Sangati Sandarbamu Dalagiramulura. So entire music he has encompassed and he has described drama there for you. Then he says, Dara bhajana bhagyamura, Dara bhajana bhagyamura, Tyagarajasan. So he says, like this, the form of Nada himself, Veda, Purana, Agama, Shastra, the one whose Kodanda is the Raga, all the arrows are the different gatis. Such a great form you are, to worship you, it is my bhagya, he says. Wow. So that if we are able to experience when we as musicians sing, or Rasikas, when they listen to it, they understand, it will be great.
Wow.
Tyagaraja, for one, if you start talking about Tyagaraja, you can talk for days together. He's like a management consultant. He'll give you a problem. Like for instance, Manasa Yedulo Durne Na Manaviniche Gonavevo. Just listen to me, oh Manasa. I'm telling you something. I will go to the Charanam first. Kalilo Rajasata Gunamulu Galavari Chelimi. It's understandable, very clear, simple Telugu. Kalilo, all Rajasata Guna. We are all filled with that. Va Kalasi Melasi Tirukutsumari Kalamu Kadapagane. Our Kalam is gone with all these different gunas. Kalamu Kadapagane. Sulabhamuka Katateranu. But I will give you a solution. Sulabhamuka Katateranu Sujala Nanu Teliyadesi Ilanu Tyagaraju Mata Vinavadilla. Then the solution is not there, not in the Charanam. You have to come back to the Anupalavi. Dinakara Kula Bhushanuni Dinudavai Bhajana Jesi. I give you a solution. Dinakara Kula Bhushanuni Dinudavai Bhajana Jesi. Then Kalilo Rajasa Tamasa Gunamulakala. All this Vari Kalasi Melasi Tirukutsumari Kalamu Kadapahane Sulabhamuka Katateranu. I have an easy solution. Take it from me. He just gives it in a platter. He just offers it to you like a child opening like a candy and giving it,
The solution for everything.
That is the greatness of all our saints, especially our great composers. Each of them, for that matter.
Yes.
So we have to just take from that garden of flowers.
Absolutely. I mean, that's why Swami used to be so particular about the lyrics.
Yes.
And that's where the bhava element comes, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Can I ask you, when you go for any performance, once you're on the stage, what is there topmost in your mind?
That you should sing perfectly and try to make as minimal mistakes as possible. That is why I always feel that a Rasika is more fortunate than a performer, because the Rasika doesn't have that baggage. When he comes and sits and listens to the concert, for him it is a nada that carries him, it just takes him easily, and he is able to get into the realm of bhakti quicker than the musician. Having said that, I think it is the musician's responsibility also to take the Rasika there. So unless we really feel that, unless we get moved by the nada that we are doing and forget that we are actually doing a concert, that is a very ideal state. It is possible sometimes, it's not possible always. But when you perform in, say, for instance, today when we performed before Bhagwan, there you could feel that. That vibration is there continuously. He helps you feel that vibration. He takes you along with the Rasikas. That's not possible in normal concerts all the time. It requires a lot of calmness of mind to get into that realm. That's why it's very important to perform in such places like Baba's presence.
Fantastic. Now, in today's times, you see definitely a lot of fascination for Western music. You find a lot of youngsters perhaps not taking to classical music with that much of eagerness, the way it used to happen perhaps 40, 50 years ago.
Yeah.
Does that bother you? Are you concerned?
Yes. It concerns me when children who are learning classical music listen to a lot of other genres. It's good to listen to classical western, but if you're very serious about learning classical music, I think it is very important that they listen as much as possible only to classical music. There's so much to listen and so much to imbibe, because the legends, it is from the legends that we absorb all these things. There's nothing that they have not done. So that bothers me. Yes, I think if somebody is serious about this music, they should listen a lot to classical music.
And
But as having said that, there is greatness in other kinds of genres of music too.
a lot of our culture and our spiritual heritage is all packed in the classical music and in all these compositions.
Absolutely, exactly. Our culture, majorly.
Yeah, it's all.
It's so traditional. It's handed down for centuries. So passion is very important. You cannot force anybody to do anything. That passion has to come from within, and the blessing should be there from the Almighty. Without that, I don't anybody can take up this music seriously, because it is only with blessings that you will enter this and remain here. So, having said that, again, I think it's very important to introduce mythology to children right from the beginning. There are so many stories. The way my generation grew up listening to stories from grandmothers, we eating together, all of us in a group, they would put it in the hand and we all used to listen to those stories and eat. All those days are gone now because families have shrunk. So it's more important for us to introduce more mythological stories to children so that they are interested in our tradition. And I think Samiti is doing a great job. Everywhere you see children enjoying bhajans, that is the way, entry point for serious music. I think it's a great thing. Bhagwan has done a great, he's shown the path for this in many ways. Children should be introduced to bhajans as quickly as possible to be grounded in our tradition and our culture. And also, classically, if somebody wants to learn, the only way for them to perfect this art is sadhana, because it is a lot of hard work, a lot of effort. But with that sadhana, we can achieve a lot. So, what you learn, especially within the age of 15, is very, very important in any field, and more so for music. A lot of effort has to go in at that age. A lot of concerted effort and concentrated effort has to go in. So I would suggest that anybody who is learning music, who takes it seriously, will have to do a lot of sadhana within this period. It's very important. And listen to your guru and do the sadhana. Just like Manoj Shivaji told, it is very important to take the guru's advice and do the sadhana.
And I think gurus have played such a big role in your life.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And you have also had the chance to actually meet and be on the stage with MS Amma, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you should talk about that also, because she is someone whom Bhagwan loved. And when she came here, Swami took her by the hand and brought her to the stage. And she said, Swami, I cannot speak in front of you. I can never open my mouth in front of you. But Swami made her speak. Maybe we'll end with your moment with MS Amma.
I think MS Amma, that is what she... If there was some musician whom you can call absolutely divine, then it was her, according to me. Because today, she doesn't need any other person coming and acknowledging how great she is. Because you go to Kanyakumari, you go to Rameshwaram, you go to Madurai, you go all the way to Badri. Couple of years back, I was in Badri. 3:30 in the morning, you hear her Vishnu Sahasranamam. Tirumala, you go. 3 o'clock in the morning, God wakes up with her Vishnu Sahasranama. Rameshwaram, the Suprabhadam is going on first thing. She is singing for the gods. She is singing for eternity for the gods. So, I don't think there is any other musician who can claim that before or after her. It's not possible. That's only because she was divine. In my opinion, she was also an avatar. She was an avatar for many centuries, for many generations to realize that bhakti movement is so important. And bhakti through music is important. So I felt that is her message.
Wow, fantastic. Thank you so much.
My pleasure talking to you. Namaskar. Sai Ram.